And that is a very dangerous place to be. So I am taking this serious. Hey Ewans, welcome back to my channel. It's Winnie BLV, Mouth of the South. No intro, no outro, it's just this ho. So today is a more serious video. I am going to talk about, if you saw it in the description and you clicked on this video, I have had a recent health scare and I have been diagnosed. It's been a little over a week now. I was diagnosed with NASH, which is non-alcoholic steatohepatitis. I know, that's a lot. So they just call it NASH, but it's really just like, I'm in the beginning stages of, it's kind of fatty liver disease. So, but I did have NAFLD, which is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. I have been in and out of that for the last 3 or 4 years. My doctor would run a bunch of tests. She would tell me, like, you have a fatty liver, we need to do an ultrasound. So they would do an ultrasound, then she would come back and she would just simply say stuff like, you need to get some weight off, you definitely need to exercise. So I will say this. So a couple years ago, you probably can go back and look at my videos when I first started, just 4 years ago almost. After a couple years after the pandemic and all that, in 2021, she had given me that diagnosis and I really did start to exercise regularly. I lifted weights, just all sorts of things, and then I watched my diet and ate pretty well, and I did lose down probably 20 to 25 pounds. So I was feeling pretty good about myself. The blood tests that she was doing, everything was coming back okay. I was never really diagnosed with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, which is sometimes a precursor to this disease, but I think I am pre-diabetic as of now, along with the NASH. I think sometimes they go hand in hand. Now, I am not at all a medical professional. I don't know a whole lot, but I am learning about this, so don't take anything that I say as medical advice or even medical information. Look it up on your own, and or definitely consult a physician. But yeah, she's kind of, my doctor's kind of just like, you know, there's no medication. She didn't really say which stage of NASH that I'm in, because there are, I think, several stages, and then once you get scarring on your liver, it turns into cirrhosis, and that is a very dangerous place to be. So I am taking this serious. So back to my story in 21. So yeah, 21 was just a good year for me. I even, you know, I was working at home all the time, but that is the year that my mom got sick, and then 2022 happened. And I was doing well. My blood tests were fine. I wasn't pre-diabetic. I didn't even have like a problem with the fatty liver disease like I had previously when she told me about it. So it kind of got better. It actually really did get better. But then in 2022, y'all know, those of you that watch me, if you've just clicked over on this video because, you know, it caught your eye or whatever, I'll say 2022 was hell because I lost my mom April 8th. I lost my dog, my 15-year-old Chihuahua, in August of last year, and then I lost my brother on October 9th. So it was just a series of bam, bam, bam. And then on top of all of that stuff happening, all the sad and upsetting stuff that happened, I decided to change jobs. And the job that I changed to required us to go back in and go back on site. So that added stress. I just kind of said, F it. Last year was just one of those, I didn't care that I was, you know, struggling with fatty liver. I just said, the hell with it. This year sucks. I am in grief. I'm in mourning. I miss my mom. I miss my brother. I miss my dog. I'm sad. So what do I do? What do I do when I'm sad? I definitely eat. And I had all those really great months of weight loss. I was actually losing weight and looking good and feeling good. So, you know, by all accounts, I was like, I was getting it. But then I just decided, like, I'm done. I'm just gonna, you know, throw in the towel. I'm over it. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. So the only other thing that I had was eating, and boy did she. So yeah, it caught up to me. I think out of the 25 pounds that I originally lost, I think it was somewhere around in there, I have gained between 30 and 35 pounds back on top of what I was. And so when I went back to the doctor starting end of last year, she started saying, like, I need to do some extra tests on you because it looks to me like we've got some issues. I think the fiber test is what they do when they check your blood, and my numbers are all out of whack. I mean, I went 4 years ago, she looked at me and said, I don't see many, 50-year-old women come in here or over 50 who are as healthy as you because you're not on any medications. So I was like feeling like, hey, all right, yes. Until now, this is how quick this progresses. I've read some studies that say as much as 40% of Americans are walking around with fatty liver disease and don't even know it. And it is a slippery slope. So now that I look at it, I can see that I've had a few of the symptoms. I don't have any of the jaundicing or any of the yellowing of the eyes or any of that stuff, but I was really just tired all the time, just lethargic almost, just to the point where every single day it was all I could do to get through work. When I got home or logged out from work, I would just lay down. I mean, it was just a struggle for me. So doing anything, working out, trying to diet, I wasn't hearing it. I was just, no, we're good. You just kind of think that those things don't happen to you. I mean, I know that everybody that says that they have a health issue, they always say, well, I just didn't think I would get anything like that. You just think that. And so for me, being obese, it's a problem. It is a problem. My body does not handle it well, and my liver is really angry about it. When she told me this last week, it's like I said, it's been over a week, I hit the ground running with it. I said, you know what, I'm not going down like that because I have a nephew who actually does have cirrhosis, and it is awful. It is, I have witnessed what he goes through every day. It's no joke. So that's definitely something that I want to avoid. So we did go to the grocery store. We have taken out I have taken out all of the processed foods. My daughter and my husband are still kind of getting rid of cereals and graham crackers and things like that. And I'm like, that's okay. I can handle it. It's okay. But I mean, it was just like a light switch. Like I went, oh my God, I can't live with something like this. Like I've got to do something. I mean, she was serious about it. She was like, you really need to get this in gear. Like you need to get on this. And I'm like, totally agree. I'm not sure why before it did not seem that big of a deal, because every time she would tell me, you do have fatty liver, we need to work on that, I would just be like, of course I have fatty liver. I'm obese. I'm a big girl. How could I not? Everything's big on me. I just kind of make a joke about it. But she was like, no, seriously, there's no medication or anything. Like, you got to get on this. So I don't know, just something about me just breezing past the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease straight into NASH has been an eye-opener. It has made me really think, like, okay, girl, what are you doing? Like, you're not too old. You're not old enough to like leave your kids without a mom and your grandkids without a grandma. Like, girl, stop. So I will tell you this, she did put me on Mounjaro, one of the new Ozempic type drugs, but my insurance never approved it because, like I said, you would think I would be a type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic, and thankfully I'm right there, but I'm not too far into it at this point. But when she prescribed it to me, I want to say this was January, I took it straight to the pharmacy and they said, oh yeah, it'll be $1,200. Your insurance won't pay. So I called her, kept calling back and forth. The reason that I could not get the Mounjaro medication, I think I'm saying that right, was because my A1C number was at the time 5.7. I'm sure it's higher now, but you had to be 5.8 or higher to qualify through my insurance to get it paid for, and without the insurance it was $1,200. So I was like, well, and I just sort of said, okay, well, if they're not going to give me the medicine, then Katie bar the door. I am going to eat with reckless abandon, and I'm just going to lay around and let life happen to me instead of doing anything about it. So that's what I thought I would do until I got that call last week. I was like, oh my God. And then, I called my husband, and you guys that have watched me on this channel, Bill is a really great husband. He's supportive. He has read every single, medical paper from journals, watched watched videos. I mean, he has done a lot of, he's very like book smart anyway. So he took that information and he was like, oh, well, we got to get on this. Now you have to understand my husband's a type 1 diabetic. Why that with his own diagnosis, he didn't, you know, implement all these things years and years and years ago. I don't know. But when they told me I had something wrong, he was like, oh no, we're changing. And so he and I have been cooking healthy, nutritious meals. I have cut out all the processed food from my diet. I want to tell you that days 3 and 4, complete hell. The first couple days, I didn't eat anything sugary, processed, carbs, any dairy. I didn't eat anything but plants and chicken. And I have to tell you, those first 2 days, I thought, oh yeah, girl, oh yes, I am killing this thing. This is not bad at all. Day 3 and 4 though, it felt like someone I see on TV who goes through drug withdrawals and stuff. It's no joke. I felt like that. That's how much of an impact sugar has on your body. I used to allow myself 1 Diet Coke or diet soda a day. I stopped that completely. So the good news is in a week, I've lost 4.5 pounds. So, hello, it does work. If you implement a lot of non-processed foods, you know, basically shop the perimeter of the grocery store. I'll tell you a story about that in a minute. But if you eat plants and, you know, veggies and fruits and chicken and like turkey you can have. I've even tried some Impossible burger. I had one of those one night. So it's been pretty good. I cut out carbs. I do miss bread the most, but I have been having like little whole grain wraps when I just really, oh my God, I need some bread. So there's that. So I hope that covers my little health scare. It's not going to go away until I, you know, lose enough weight and maintain it. And even then they say that NASH, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you guys will know more about this than I do. But at this point, we are going to try to get a gastro doctor because my doctor is actually a GP. So I do need to, I think the next test, they've done an ultrasound, they've done blood panels like crazy, but I think an MRE, I want to say it's called an MRE, not an MRI. But anyway, the imaging that thing does sort of lets you know what stage of NASH you are in. Just from the signs that I have and that I have a little bit of shoulder pain. They said that's one of the 7. There's like 7 big signs of having this. I'm a little dizzy sometimes, but I always attribute that to having vertigo. So I don't know if it's that or this. I couldn't tell you. And the real tired and run down feeling. The one good thing, I had stopped drinking coffee, but apparently coffee is like gold standard for detoxing your liver. So it's going to take me about 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks to try to detox everything if I stick to the plan. Hopefully I do. It's rough, I'm going to tell you. But it's different than approaching a diet because I have, you know, so many times. I mean, you can ask someone who's obese like me about food, nutrition, and dieting. We know it all. We've read everything. We've tried everything. That is just how that goes. But yeah, I guess in the past, I do get on a diet, which will last so long. And then I'm like, I'm going back to eating, you know, huge bowls of cereal and milk, you know, that sort of thing. And a whole thing of cake and cookies and Tim Tams and all that, you know. I do miss those Tim Tams with my coffee. But yeah, I had stopped drinking coffee. And then they said, like, coffee, we need you to drink 2 to 3 cups of coffee black. And that's okay too. I can do that. But my coffee, the way I was fixing it was like so light from all the creamer and the sugary. And yeah, it was basically like a milkshake or something. Like a iced coffee you get from Starbucks. It was not, she wasn't the one. So now I'm drinking 2 to 3 cups of coffee in the morning and then eating a healthy lunch, getting a midday snack. And then Bill and I will tag team something for dinner. So I'm doing pretty good. I hope that it will last. Like I said, it's just prior to now when I've gone into a diet, it's always been for vanity reasons. And this time it's for health reasons, which I should have stuck to it last year instead of, you know, in 2021, instead of letting everything get me down, which tends to happen. Life beats you down, you know, it's one of those things. But anyway, that is where I am at with my health. Hopefully, if you have any encouragement or words, I do have another appointment with my own doctor. They have to then, if I want a second opinion or I want to go to a gastro, I will need to be referred to the gastro or another doctor to help me out with this. So yeah, we're in the very beginning stages of it. I just wanted you guys to know what I'm dealing with. I hope that you will see me get healthier through watching my videos. I mean, I'm all in at this point, but we're only a week in, so yeah, guys. It needs to happen though. I definitely don't want to progress so far that I get to something like cirrhosis or even stages in NASH. They say it progresses, and once you get scarring, it's just very hard to come back from that. So anyway, if you have any words of encouragement or anything that you know about this disease that you can tell me, listen, please do so. I love to read your comments, and of course, I would love to hear what you have to say about it. You guys probably know more about it at this point than we do. Like I said, we're just in the beginning of it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll be back here this weekend with a collab video doing a mystery box unboxing. I'm so excited with all the gals. Have a great day, and do me a favor. If y'all see my husband, girl, woo, give him a really great shopping list for me, would you? Bye. So the story is, we get the diagnosis from my doctor. Well, she relays it through my nurse. And I'm like freaking out, like, okay, what should we do? So Bill's like, let's get on this thing. So we go to the grocery store, and we actually happened to go to Walmart because we actually needed other things. And Walmart's the only person that sells my water that I drink. So we went there, and just, I find it so funny because they tell you, shop the perimeter of the grocery store. I don't know about y'all, but in our Walmart, girl, okay, the produce and the bakery share space. So I'm over here like, ooh, let me pick up these lemons, but look, there's a damn lemon cake. Ooh, lemon cake. Oh my God. Here's oranges and orange cookie. You know, it's just like on one shelf is fruits and veg, and then, oh wow, look at all these cookies and cakes. I just need some cookies and cake. That is a cruel friggin' joke, Walmart. Y'all need to fix it. Like, you can look over and literally see a lady making a huge sheet cake for somebody with all that frosting and all that delicious. Oh, that hurt, guys. That hurt. Whew. Guys, do me a favor and don't forget to see your doctor. If you've got something going on, find out about it. Biatch.